Henry Kravis, impeccably dressed, you know, you have to give it to the man. You know, there are a lot of people out there who have a lot of money, but, you know, for example, a guy like Richard Pearl is just a goddamn slob the way he dresses. This is Henry Kissinger again in 2004 in Italy. The same individuals, Indra Nooyi and Donald Graham. David Rockefeller behind bars where he deserves. With his lackey. That's the president of the Bilderberg Group, Etienne Davignon, and Paul Wolfowitz. This is Paul Wolfowitz, that's the CIA guy protecting him. That's in 2005 in Germany, in Rotterdam. This guy right there, he's the chairman of Goldman Sachs and also the president of British Petroleum, one of the key corporations which will be discussing exactly the role they play in this entire equation. The two Irishmen at the Bilderberg conference.
Wait, but it's beyond petroleum.
I'm sorry?
Is it beyond petroleum?
It's absolutely beyond petroleum. The same two, the fat man and the Irishman.
And their names are again?
Peter Sutherland.
Peter Sutherland.
And Dermot Gleeson.
Dermot.
That's, you know who that is, right?
David Rock.
Okay.
David.
And a lackey.
Lackey.
Okay, this lady right here, her name is Heather Reisman. She is the chairwoman of Indigo Books Chapters, which is the biggest bookstore in Canada. You know, should you be surprised that these people are not carrying my book in Canada? Some, you know, ambiance. Nothing going on here. This is Germany, 2005. No, there's no meeting going on. This is the, any idea who this guy is? You should know this man. He's a very important person. No, he doesn't play for the Balkan Trailblazers. This is the Secretary General of NATO. Any idea what his name is? Jan de Groep Scheffer. Again, these are the kinds of things you guys should really learn and understand. In order to fight these people, you have to understand who the enemy is. A couple of years back in Canada in 2006, I had one of these crazies, you know, who come once in a while, screaming and shouting from 200 meters away at the Bilderbergs, who couldn't even see him. Yet when this guy walked by in, you know, in his jogging outfit, I said to him, do you know who this guy is? He said, no, somebody who works in the hotel. Well, no, it's not somebody who works at the hotel. This is the guy who runs NATO. Okay? So again, one of the reasons that the Bilderbergers really don't give a shit whether you guys are there or not is because the opponent, us, is highly unprincipled opponent. To win this thing, you have to understand who these people are. Learn what they do. So next time you see someone like Barack Obama and have his controllers, people like Zbigniew Brzezinski, that immediately should tell you exactly what these individuals do, how they fit into the equation. Again, it's about principles. We'll be talking about all of this. And one of the things about my book and about my conferences the world over is I help people to think, because up to now, basically what we've been doing is reacting to the events on an emotional level, and you cannot get emotional about this kind of stuff. Well, this is an Italian Bilderberger who's a member of the Prodi government right now. Mario Monti, ex-commissioner, talking to the chairman of one of the biggest energy companies in Europe. This is the chairman of Bertelsmann Books, which is the most important media group in the world. These are the CIA guys, okay? Just so you guys know. The big fat guy's name is Agent Smiley. They're waiting for Richard Holbrooke. This is a unique photograph. Actually, it's the only photograph in the world. Again, just, you know, a bit of an introduction to give you guys an idea of what we're up against. 2005, Germany, Rotterdam, small town on the outskirts of Munich. This man over here, he's the chairman of Daimler Chrysler, okay, Jürgen Schrepp. And he's shaking hands with, any idea? Who was the chairman, who was the chancellor of Germany in 2005? Gerhard? That's it, there you go. This was the meeting he attended, and about 10 minutes later, another car, another Mercedes rolled in. And that Mercedes held the future chancellor, Angela Merkel, okay? The two of them, both of them attended the conference, as we have pointed out to the readers in 2005, shortly after the meeting ended. Now, this is interesting. You're looking at Hubbard, and he'll come back and play an important role in the transatlantic union between Europe and the United States a little bit later in the talk. And this guy, his name is Mike Preacher. He is the chairman of Toronto Star, the most important newspaper in Canada. And of course, this is a newspaper of choice for the Bilderbergs, not the only one, but one of the many. Again, the same guy from Bertelsmann, Richard Holbrooke, with the Turkish representative. This is quite a photo. You have Andrei Olichovsky. I don't expect you to know the name. He's the chairman of Trilateral Commission Europe. He's from Poland. That guy right there, you know, his name is Prince Philip from Belgium. You know, this is one of the stupidest people you've ever likely to meet in the entire world. And right next to him is his name is Jerome van der Veer. He is the chairman of Shell. So again, in all of these meetings, you have representatives. You have the presidents of every European nation. You have the Prime Minister of Canada. The sitting president of the United States doesn't attend, but he's very well represented by people such as Richard Holbrooke, Richard Pearl, Kissinger's, Douglas Feith's, etc., etc. You have representatives of every important bank in the world, in the Western world. You have the Secretary General of NATO, International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the President of the European Central Bank, leading representatives of the World Trade Organization. You have people who represent 50, 60 of the top corporations in the Western world, the CEOs of Microsoft, Bristol-Myers Squibb, SmithKline Beecham. Again, you're looking at the top 100 Fortune 100 corporations. The presidents are all there. The European royalty sit in all these meetings as well. American congressmen and senators are there as well. And also they're joined at these secret gatherings by the leading representatives of mass media, the New York Times, the Washington Post, Le Monde from France, Grupo Prisa from Spain, Times of London, The Economist, Wall Street Journal, which is, again, you're looking at a group of 120, 130 of the leading, most important people in the world who amongst themselves probably owe about 85% of the world's wealth. Yet none of this information ever gets out in the mainstream press. You might want to ask yourselves why that is. Amazing photograph. Again, 2005. Sutherland, British Petroleum. Van der Veer, Shell. Prince Philip, the security guard. That guy over there on the telephone, that's the Secretary General of NATO. And that guy over there, okay, that's the, his name is Gonzalez from Portugal. He is the president of Socialist International, attending a Bilderberg conference. Nicolas Betoit, leading editor of Le Figaro, a newspaper in France. The two most important people, the two most important energy corporations in the world. That's from Jordan, of Lazard Frères. We're going to come back and talk about Lazard a little bit later on. That's Jacko from vice chairman of hang on, just come back for a second, of Jacko Elkin, vice chairman of FIA. These are the, obviously, the security guards. We're not too happy with me taking the photographs. That's David Rockefeller, here's Bentley. You have to give it to the guy, you know, he doesn't drive in a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
McKenna, Frank McKenna, one of the key people involved in the North American Free Trade Agreement. We'll come back and talk about that a little bit later on. One of the key members of the Carlyle Group, Canadian ambassador to the United States. Again, he's been into this thing, and he's one of the key traders who almost gave Canada away had it not been for our heads up to the Canadian people back in the 1990s. Again, you're looking at the two leading representatives. This is the guy who owns the Toronto Star. And this is the man who writes some of the most important articles in The Economist. Adrian Woolridge. Mike Preacher. Any idea who this guy is?
One in the middle.
John without the H, Vinocour. Any idea who he is? You really should know these names, and I do mean that.